3, 2, 1. Welcome to Junior High Hot. Well, you guys fucking suck at the intros.
We didn't discuss it.
Well, I thought someone would take initiative this time, but welcome.
You took initiative, Daddy.
Hi.
I do.
Dude, real quick,
Yeah.
kind of cool. You guys remember Zach Riley, right?
Of course.
Dude
Yeah.
called me yesterday, and he's like, I guess his girlfriend's dad gets free tickets to the Chargers game. So after this, I'm literally going to meet up with them and go to a fucking Chargers game.
Nice.
And they play in LA now, so they play at SoFi, and SoFi is like brand fucking new.
Oh, the new
The
stadium.
new stadium. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit's gonna be fucking sick.
Nice.
But it's LA, so that's
Yeah, I was going to say, you have
dick.
to drive to
Yeah,
fucking LA.
that part sucks.
So
Well, yeah, the game's not until like 5:30, but like
get fucked.
I guess he was like, yeah, when my girlfriend and her dad usually go, they literally have to leave like 3 hours before the game because
Yeah.
parking is just a fucking nightmare.
That's what I was going to
Makes
ask
no
you. Where are you going to park?
I don't know. I'm not driving.
You know what's crazy?
How
How much I don't care about sports anymore at all.
I don't really either that much, but going live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, fuck it. No, seeing it live is at least
It
more
is.
entertaining. You gotta admit that.
When
Seeing
we
a-
used to go to hockey games?
dude, hockey games are
Those
honestly
was lit. Dude.
hockey. I'm not into hockey even like at all.
Neither
but,
am I.
But live, it's the best sport to watch
Here's
live.
the thing, like 2 or
100%.
3 years ago, I went to a baseball game with my little cousin, my uncle, and my grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and my grandpa's friend. One of the most boring experiences of my entire life.
Were you drinking?
Well, he doesn't.
I was high as fuck. I ate some edibles.
I mean, if you eat an edible at a baseball game, you're gonna snooze. Like, of course. Like, what are you
But
anticipating?
yeah.
Dude, that shit went to like fucking the 15th inning too. I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, I was
been
like,
so
can we-
over there.
I was like, can we just get the fuck? I literally kept asking my grandpa, I'm like, can we just get the fuck out of
He
here?
was like, no.
Yeah, dude.
God, dude.
Your
No.
grandpa stayed
No.
every fucking
He'd
second.
be a great
Fuck
guest
that,
on the
dude.
podcast.
He really would be. He would.
Except he'd come in and be like, what is this shithole?
Yeah, he'd be like, where the fuck you just take me? All he does is talk shit. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I remember on your fucking wedding day, like Eddie walks in the room and he's like, Eddie, why do you look like a fart in the wind? And I was like, what does that even mean? I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Like,
But you have to keep in mind, he's known me since I was like a literal child.
yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's just like
it was just fucking hilarious. Like his little sayings he has, it's like,
Fart in the wind.
where the fuck did you come up with a fart in the
Fart
wind?
in the wind.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
A monster?
I've never seen you drink
I've
a
never
Monster.
seen you drink a monster
Yeah.
ever. What the fuck prompted this?
Uh-oh.
Did you get a sponsorship?
This podcast is not sponsored by
I was
Monster.
about to be like, yo, what the fuck?
I just surprised you guys with this. No.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
Basically,
sick
I used to like Monster,
like the blue Monster.
and I was buying new sheets for my bed.
Did you poop on them?
No, I just like sweat, and it's just like the sheets were like, we got new sheets recently, but they were like $20, and they were just like shit and just like sweating on the fucking shitty sheets. It just wasn't comfortable.
I'm scared to ask you. How often do you wash your sheets?
Like every week.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wow,
You're gonna say
okay.
like 4 times
A year?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, like every week.
Okay.
But it was just a shitty, not comfortable material, and I was sweating. So, but the Monster, I literally was buying sheets, and I was checking out,
Okay.
and I saw the Monster at the counter. I was like, you know what? There's gonna be a day where I'm on the run, and I don't have my caffeine, and I want to do drugs.
Yep.
Today's that day.
I'm surprised the Monster is what you go to out of all of the options that
Yeah.
you there.
Usually a Red Bull kind of guy.
Same.
Yeah, I like Red Bull.
When I was a
usually.
kid, it was Monster all day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Monster Code Red. Bro, we would
Code
chug
Red.
those shits like when we
That's
were
No,
young.
Mountain
that's
Dew
Mountain Dew.
Code
That's
Red.
the best. That's the best.
Mountain Dew Code Red.
What is it
was
called? What is it called?
Code Red, and it's got the fucking Warcraft
Is
orc
it,
on it.
no, the Red Monster. Is it like Power or something like that?
They have a red monster.
Billy, look it up.
They have a blue
We
and
need
a
it.
red one.
Yeah, the blue one is sugar free.
Assault.
Yeah.
Those are the
It's
best.
assault.
ones.
It's called Assault.
I don't think it.
Assault.
I think Assault is the blue.
And battery.
No, that's the low carb or low sugar one.
No, assault's the red one.
Oh, I
looking
stand
at it right
correct.
now.
I sit
Honestly,
corrected.
why would you name your drink Assault?
I
Like,
don't know.
is this gonna make me fucking assault someone?
The name of the drink is called Monster.
Monster.
I mean, at least Monster, you could like spin it to be like, yeah, like I'm a fucking monster. Like
I guess.
assault, you're just assaulting someone.
Or maybe it's
You're
an
committing
assault
a
on
crime.
your caffeine intake.
Yeah. That is
True.
That's true.
This shit's really bad for you.
It
Don't
is.
drink this.
It's
Yeah.
it's super
Don't
bad.
drink
Isn't it like if you drink 4 of those, you can have a heart palpitation or some
Yes.
shit?
Probably.
I think 3. I think it's
Jesus.
3. It says. I think it even says it right on the can, like in the really fine print.
It's
on the
it's like
bottom of the
don't
can.
drink.
Actually,
this
I'm
a
not
lot.
gonna, because what if we get sued? Never mind.
Yeah, we'll have one.
No, we're reading.
Well,
what's on
no.
their
I
can.
mean, hang on. We're not gonna
Not
get
recommended
sued.
for children, people sensitive to caffeine, pregnant women, or women who are nursing.
Ooh.
You nursing, bro?
Yeah. Oh, it has Apex Legends on the back. I'll never play that.
I played it once. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was free, I was like, I guess I'll give this a try.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking good.
I
Yeah,
see
having an
that.
energy drink every once in a while, you're kind of like, ooh, this kinda tastes good.
It says drinking more than 4 8-ounce servings of
Of-
energy drinks per day or 2 16-ounce may have negative effects due to excess caffeine, like headache, insomnia, such and such.
But then I think like how many cups of coffee I have on a busy day.
how many?
And
is
it's
that?
like, ooh, dude, I can pound 3 grande cold brews easily.
Yo.
oh wow.
Easily, dude.
Wait, well, you're buying
That's a
3
lot.
cold brews?
No, I'm not saying that's what I'm doing it, but like quantity wise, I could do that easy in a day.
Ugh.
Like,
That's a
I
lot,
couldn't.
man.
I'm
like
an
I'll
addict.
get
way.
I'll get one like if it's super early and I'm starting like at 6, I'll get a Starbucks, finish that within the hour, go to the kitchen, make another coffee,
Oh,
and then
God.
top that off the following hour. And then from there, it's like what 9 or 10 a.m.
The coffee you're making at home is the size of a large cold brew?
No, grande.
Oh, okay.
Venti is like that, kind of, sort of. The large or whatever the fuck it's called.
You know, grande is
Let's
large
call
in
it what it
Spanish.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium.
It's medium.
Yeah, literally.
Hmm.
Also, too, confession. I cheated on you guys.
Uh-oh.
I went and did a podcast with somebody yesterday.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Who?
How was it?
Josh Landon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Prepare for Landon. That one.
And
love him.
he, first of all, he's a big fan of ours.
Is he really?
So you guys will want to watch. We'll just watch the episode, but you know, it's not
Do you talk about us?
a lot because he's like I said, big fan. He was like I'm not gonna. I want. There's certain things you got to watch the episode on.
Okay.
Tiny. You want a tiny spoiler?
Sure.
No. Okay.
You'll like this.
I do.
He's pretty much on our side about any opinion that he's ever had.
Man, fuck you, dude. I'm never watching your fucking podcast. Really?
Cherry Pop Tarts? What the fuck were you talking?
Dude.
Dude, that was one where I was like,
Honestly, who the
No.
fuck do you think you are for even saying that?
You know what's funny? Anyone that's associated, I don't know about Billy, but anyone that's associated with you guys, like, has the polar opposite taste. Because I ask a bunch of people after that, and people agree with me, dude.
I think that honestly,
You asked a bunch of people about
I
Cherry
think,
Yeah.
Pop Tarts.
honestly, I think that's really the only one.
at least 15 people I asked.
I followed him on Twitter because I was like, oh, Ryan's following him. I'm down.
Yeah, he has a podcast. It's usually like musician guys and stuff. But
yeah.
anyways, but he also too he was saying he's
Yeah.
love for you guys to come on the podcast.
Does he play
with
Fall
him.
Guys?
I don't
know if he's a
That's so
gamer.
funny you say that because I literally was like, I bet I couldn't get Sam here unless you had Fall Guys, and he just was like, "What's Fall Guys?" And I was like,
I'm not doing it.
So dumb.
I mean, he has a
dude.
PlayStation. He could probably download it.
Easily.
Fuck it.
But anyways, yeah. So that was cool. That's why I got cat
Nice.
hair all over my
I'm just
pants.
kidding, I'm
He has
just
like
kidding, I
3 fucking cats.
How? Oh, does he?
Just 3 cats. There's like a cute ass dog there. He lives in a house.
Nice.
Very nice house in like
It's a drive, but
For sure.
that's the other thing too. Is I was like, it's gonna be hard to convince really either of them to want to drive all the
Bro,
way. out
I
here.
drive, dog.
I could be. You don't leave the house.
But no, yeah, like yeah.
What do you mean? I'i've been leaving the house all the time.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll give Sam credit. He's been leaving a lot
I've
more
not
recently.
been
I'm going to DreamCon next year, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I got him to go to fucking Malarkey's with us.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
fucking
different
nightmare,
though.
dude.
That's different though
Yeah.
because Kenzie was here and you were trying
Yeah.
to show him around town and
Yeah.
stuff. And
But,
such.
Honestly, after that night, great time hanging out with my friends. Do I ever need to go to a bar ever again?
oh my
I
god.
don't think so.
Never. No, of course not.
Unless it's like a special occasion like that, I guess, right?
No, not even for that.
Okay.
There's got to be a special occasion.
Kenzie
where
and
you
Sage
would
got the one time.
What if Chrono comes into town?
Nope.
go. What if
He
your
won't.
wife wants to go to a bar for
Nope. For what? For what?
her birthday or something?
She doesn't.
All right.
Me and my wife are just such on the same page about everything. We're just like, should we do this? Nah. Should we do this? Yeah, sure. But mostly, nah.
What would you want to do that would compel you to leave your house other than groceries?
Okay, here's the thing. I'm down to do things. I'm down to do anything. Just not something where the sole purpose of people being there is drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just don't like drinking?
Yeah, I don't want to go to a club ever. I don't want to go to a bar ever.
Yeah.
What
I
if
don't
you
even-
want to go to a club with me and dance and not drink? Like, what if you want to get down?
No.
with it?
No, he
Really?
means because I think he means like just where everybody else is drinking.
I'll give you that. It is.
I guess
Is it
so.
that fun being around a bunch of people drinking if you're not drinking? That's for sure.
Like I went to the Hate Breed show last night at the House of Blues, and like, bro, there was so many fucking drunk idiots. Like, they
Honestly,
kept
a
bumping
show,
into me and
though?
shit.
For hate breed, that's weird.
I'm down to go to a show. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. No, but
Hmm.
but like even when I have like shifts at the fucking Improv, it's like there's so many fucking drunk people there. I'm like, I can't. I know we'll talk about it,
Okay.
but I'm like but it's like I have to be there because I fucking work there. And
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to fucking keep serving these people
Mhm.
drink. I want to cut them off. But I
Yeah.
can't.
But I went to the Improv with Minju.
I saw. Happy belated birthday, Cameron.
Yeah, Minju,
Yeah.
Cameron.
Happy birthday, Cameron.
Minju, Cameron, and then this one dude that Minju met at like Brewery X. His name's Drew. Cool dude.
All right, let's speed it up, Drew.
And then another one of Minju's like childhood
Asshole.
friends actually, who is also Korean, and he is also a big fan of Hans Kim, who's also Korean. But anyways, so yeah, I went with them. And that was fucking hilarious. But like we get there and we immediately were like, I hope Billy, we see Billy. And we like immediately see
I
Billy.
saw it,
We
yeah,
immediately see
yeah.
Billy and we were just like, yes. And we were like,
You tickle his balls?
I mean, no, just every time he would come over to us, we were just like talking shit. We were just like talking shit. Or whatever the fuck.
one gin and tonic? Like, were you ordering the entire time?
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of cool. You like ordered on your phone
You
like,
order-
through like
Gotcha,
they have like
gotcha.
a QR code on the
You can-
table. or whatever.
digitized.
Yeah, you can order with like an actual person, but it's faster through the through the.
It
Dude,
makes
yeah,
more
you do it
sense.
on the phone and
And,
not
like,
30
instantly.
seconds later,
Oh, yeah.
you have your fucking drink.
Wait.
Yeah.
You have a menu with QR codes.
No,
Every place has a menu.
no,
QR
no. So
code.
on every table, there's like a little.
Maybe I don't
There's
leave
and
the
that,
house.
every table.
I said maybe
Yeah,
I don't leave the house.
Yeah,
dude,
true. So every table has like a little QR code on it, and you just scan. That's how they know what table to bring it to and everything too. So you scan your QR code, and then you order or whatever. And like, I kid you not, I don't know fucking how you guys are pumping that shit out like that, but it's like I put in my drink. Not even more than a minute later, it was just in front of me.
You timed it.
It's because
It's just because I mean, there's a lot of food runners. It seemed like too. So yeah,
Mhm.
and it's
Got
just
you.
and that's all Billy was doing was running food that night. So like,
and
you were fucking on it. You were fucking
Thank you.
everywhere.
But also we have like a fuck ton of like that night we only had 2 bartenders and they fucking are
Yeah,
whizzes at making drinks. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, they make a drink like in fucking 4 seconds. I'm like, Jesus.
So much
Yeah.
respect for people working in the food industry, dude.
Yeah.
I would. I like. I've worked in customer service, but
But yeah,
y'all have it tough.
Dude,
sucks balls,
dude.
Yeah.
Every comedian that night fucking killed it, bro.
Jordan Shelby was so
Jordan
fucking funny.
Shelby is my fuck dude. Like, if I was gonna do stand up, like for real, that's like his style is exactly how I'd want
Yeah.
to do it,
You
dude.
should steal it from him.
He's so dude. Honestly, dude. No, he's very like Mitch Hedberg esque.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Very
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg esque.
You know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, but I was thinking, when do you think stand up started?
In the 50s.
Oh, I thought it would be like in Egyptian areas or some shit.
Well, I mean,
What
if you,
the fuck?
I mean, if you think about it, like,
Yeah, think about it, dude.
well, no, like, there's like court
Egyptian.
jesters. No,
well,
there's
maybe
like-
further back than
Actually,
that.
they
no,
did
hold on,
used to
hold
like
on.
praise at dogs, and that's kind of funny. So you know,
They're
maybe.
putting their jokes in fucking hieroglyphics on the wall.
They got Pachita there in fucking hieroglyphics. Dude.
I mean,
sounds
like,
sick.
if you think about like the court jesters back in the medieval times, there's always been like, you know, like stuff like that for like entertainment purposes, but like stand-up comedy was like the 50s, at least the 50s or the 60s.
Got you.
For sure. Yeah.
I actually have a good question for you guys.
Okay,
What's up?
but don't let me forget something.
Go ahead.
Dude, did you hear what happened in Cairo?
Egypt?
Yeah. Where the fuck else?
I don't know.
I thought you meant like a chiropractor's office.
I thought you meant like some World of Warcraft like city that like, honestly
Is that all you think I
coming
do?
from you when I hear a word that like doesn't register immediately in my head.
Did you hear what happened in Dragonblight?
Yeah, no, literally, yeah. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but yeah, that's kind of I've known you for as long as I've known you. That's just where my mind goes immediately.
I
so.
respect it. Dude, look up fucking I have it. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna mispronounce it.
We know.
Look up in Cairo, Ta'emwia, PTA-EM-WIA.
One more time, please.
Peter,
Peter.
TAH, all one word.
That's path.
Dash.
Wait. That's one word? Wait.
This should not be
Cairo
that
and then
hard.
that was.
I'm asking you in a very difficult way, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let's start
Wait,
over.
hold on. Before we get into that, you guys are gonna hate me. I kind of need a shit really quick.
Go fucking shit.
We're gonna
First
keep
shit
going
on
without
camera.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're good.
So-
We're not gonna stop.
So
We're not cutting it out.
Do you want me to wait?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
I think it's worth it.
How do you think you shit as an Egyptian back then?
You just
in a
shit.
in a
The same
fucking
way you
hole in
shit
the
as a
ground.
fucking American.
Probably you squeeze the muscles in your ass.
No.
and then
Okay.
shit comes out.
Okay. So Cairo, PTAH
Dash EM
EM.
dash WIA. They unearthed a fucking sarcophagus of this goddess of air. I think.
Okay.
Fact check me.
Well, according to I found on Wikipedia.
Wait, I want to try something real quick.
It's nothing.
I just fucked
It's
your
the same.
bitch tonight.
There's no
I
difference.
fucked your bitch.
You try too hard to be funny.
I like singing.
He is funny.
He's
You guys
you're
are all
funnier when
funny.
you don't try. But I've known you for so long, so
Yeah, you're just a bitch.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, when I'm singing randomly and I break out into song, genuinely, I'm not trying to be funny.
Okay.
I like just like
Randomly bringing out a song.
for some reason I love just randomly singing about hypothetically fucking someone's bitch.
Did you find what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wikipedia it showed up.
No.
What happened in Cairo?
Archaeologists hail a dream discovery as sarcophagus is unearthed near Cairo.
Oh yeah. From the Guardian. Is that where you're reading it?
Yeah,
that's
that
what I
one.
found right here.
Dude, they unearthed some person that was, I guess they have like a treasury team member of King Ramses II.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading that shit. Oh man, Brian's not here. He fucking roasted shit out of me. I was like, what took him so long? Don't you have leads? Because we've unearthed a bunch of shit at this point, I feel like.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand what you were just laughing at.
Okay. We have discovered a lot of shit
Yeah.
between then and now. My question is, what took him so long to find this one? Haven't we found King Ramses?
I don't know who King Ramses is, dude.
This one's a fucking.
So information.
Oh, the only Ramses I know is from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not what I'm talking about.
That's Ramsey.
Yeah,
Close.
not with an S. Bro.
No, there was a Ramses on Big Brother.
Oh my god.
This who you're? I think.
King Ramses II. No?
Yeah, he was third pharaoh of the 19th dynasty of Egypt.
Yeah, dude. They just uncovered that shit. I feel like what else is there to uncover?
Isn't that like mad disrespectful to like uncover a sarcophagus? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarcophagi.
No, sarcophagus.
No, that's plural. That's plural.
Sarcophagus is one.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't think it's.
I don't think it's disrespectful, but I think it's. I mean, if you're
It's
if you're
definitely
a citizen of Cairo, yeah, it's probably.
I think
frowned
maybe.
upon.
I think maybe it's disrespectful to open the actual sarcophagus.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure when they put that shit away in a what's a temple? A
tomb.
pyramid.
A tomb.
A
A tomb.
They didn't want you to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just thinking about that because, anyway, back to my other point. There had to have been some capacity of comedians during the Egyptian eras. There had to have been. Comedy is timeless.
Well, yeah, but it's like I was saying before. It's like court jesters and stuff
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
for like the royalties. They like, they like scooped up a peasant and they're just like, oh, dance for me, clown. Like, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely had something like that for sure.
But interesting how we've pivoted from those areas of like forced comedy to like now as like a pursuit of wealth and
Wait,
Yeah.
jesters weren't like they were like not well off, right? Like
I don't think
it was like a
so.
punishment, right?
No, I don't think it was a punishment necessarily,
but
but
I
it
think
was
it's
just,
situational.
but it's just like, it's like a power move type thing,
Yeah.
I believe. It was like someone really wealthy was just like, you entertain me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like you were made the fool, like shit was thrown at you.
Yeah,
and
that's
people,
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, but were you well off? I don't.
Yeah,
think
I mean,
so.
you-
I don't.
Like, I don't
know.
think people were like waking up and be like, one day
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a jester.
Yeah, no, for sure. It wasn't
No.
until I'm sure it wasn't until like probably like vaudeville or like at least Broadway started where like that's when people were like, oh, I'm
for sure.
gonna be a thespian.
But
of
I mean, there
sorts.
had to be some people who are just like, I guess I'll just be a fucking jester.
yeah.
Dang, imagine it's like a life or death situation. Like you got to be funny to like not die.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
better-
entertain me or you're gonna die. You're like,
You better throw
Dude.
some heads back.
the funny
Mhm.
motherfuckers. They were going crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine fighting for your life just by being funny.
To bring you up to speed, they recently unearthed a tomb in Cairo of the treasurer. Is it treasurer of King Ramses II? And I was asking Sam, what
And they had a
fucking?
treasury back then.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Hang on, I'm gonna
And I was like, what took him so long?
We were just saying how jesters, like, if you were funny back in the day, like in medieval old
Oh
times,
yeah.
it was like a punishment. Like no one's waking up like, I want to be a jester when I grow up. Like,
Really? It was a punishment. I thought that was like
It's situational.
like you're a fool. Like people are throwing shit at you and shit. Like
true.
But it's not always punishment. Like some people
But
just landed on it. I feel like.
Yeah, it's like a mime, you know.
Yeah.
dang, all those
Yeah.
people back then doing just hard labor, and you're just a funny motherfucker. The king or queen is just like,
They're just like
make me laugh. You're like,
juggle,
fire.
please, juggle,
Yeah.
sire.
that's literally what I was just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We know, dude.
I mean, just kidding.
Jesus.
Ryan didn't know.
No,
Anyways,
I know.
well, that's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
How was your shit?
Good.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, back to stand up. I remembered.
Okay.
Wow, crazy the wonders of not smoking weed in the morning. What it does for you.
How
Mhm.
does that have anything to stand up?
He's just saying he
I
remembered.
remembered to bring
Oh.
it back up.
Okay.
Did a simple function.
What do you guys think of stand-up comedy in the world today, where people get offended at things more easily?
I think that's annoying.
Like, what are your thoughts?
It's I mean, like the way I look at it is because you see how people get offended so much on the internet. If you go to an actual comedy club, no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
I have heard in the last 2 months of working through the comics that have come through there, I've heard some of the worst
Yeah.
stuff you could say.
Yeah.
Like there is some very problematic stuff that somebody would be like, I can't believe he just said that. And I'm saying that I can't believe they just said that, but I'm laughing my
Yeah,
ass off because I
yeah.
think it's funny.
What made me think of it is like, and I want to preface with like, in the world has changed a lot the past couple years, right?
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I am someone who tries to be very conscious of people's feelings, and like I try to respect
Right.
people, whether it be like gender identity stuff, your pronouns,
Mhm.
whatever it is. I'm gonna respect you, and I'm gonna support you. If you're not hurting someone, I support you 100%.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
as someone who's trying to be very conscious of people's feelings in my day-to-day life, I personally think for the most part anything goes in stand up.
I
100%.
agree.
Anything does
goes.
go. Absolutely.
I
That's
think
1000%.
that's how I think. Well, at least that's how it should be. It's just there's
It
a lot.
should.
There's a lot of people that are like, "Wow, I can't believe he said that," and I'm like, "Okay, they're saying that because it's a fucking joke."
Yeah.
Minus like slurs and stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's just hate speech.
Yeah.
At that point, but like I feel like we obviously can all agree that when you go to a comedy show, whether it's like someone on the street with a crowd in a city or like fucking the Improv, like we all have expectations that it is a safe space for us to be vulnerable and laugh.
Oh yeah.
But we
Yeah.
now live in a day where it's like it's super woke, or like I don't know if cancel culture is still as gnarly as it is before, but
Oh,
it-
yeah, it is.
it
Yeah.
creates a lot of difficult obstacles for comedians. Because now comedians are just like, I mean, there's a bunch that are doing really well that just don't give a fuck. I think that's what makes an amazing comedian.
Yeah.
But then there's comedians that are just like tiptoeing around those type of personas.
I feel like it makes it harder for comedians that are just starting out, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Because if you're not already if you're already established, it's like, you know, no matter what, people are gonna be. But it's like if you're like going to open mics and you're just getting started, and like
you're building
say,
material,
and you say
Yeah.
some real offensive shit, it could be that could be not like I'm saying it should be problematic, and I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd probably laugh,
Yeah.
but I feel like people that like when you're just starting out, it's probably like just hard, I guess.
Yeah,
to
like imagine if like Anthony Jeselnik was starting out right now.
Yeah.
Like that would be
Yeah.
very hard for him.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, he has I believe one of the most dark sense of humor ever. It's like he's fucking bad. But like I love him. He's so fucking funny.
He's hilarious.
But to your point though, yeah, if any one of us wanted to start stand-up comedy, we couldn't just go out guns blazing with like the most offensive shit possible, because someone's gonna take it out of context, put it on Twitter, and fucking cancel somebody.
Yep.
I think as long as it's more funny than it is like fucked up.
Well, here's
chill.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the joke is funny, it's funny. If the joke's not funny, then it's not funny.
Yeah,
But just
exactly.
because a joke isn't, well, I mean, I guess it all depends on like how you say the joke, the context of the joke. Like, there's a lot of ways, like where, in my opinion, if
That makes sense.
if it doesn't go over well, it's probably not very well written. But like, also intent is there too. Nobody on stage at these theaters and at the Improv intend to hurt someone's feelings. To Sam's point.
I get what you're saying though. It
So,
has to
yeah.
be proper
It has to be
storytelling
very well
to
written.
the, you know what I meant. Proper storytelling to the joke.
Yeah, it
You
has
can't
to
just
be well
deliver
written.
without no context.
Exactly.
Storytelling.
Did you have
But
a
it's
point?
like-
Were you just curious of what our thoughts were?
No, I wanted to get
Yeah.
your thoughts, dude.
Like, can you imagine people actually go in there with intentions to be offended?
Eddie,
and
Eddie,
react?
have you heard of the comedian Akash Singh?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a clip of him that I saw on TikTok like 2 weeks ago. And this guy who's British is literally not paying attention to him, not laughing at anything he says, and he just like it's like he was dragged to the show almost with like a date. And like literally the guy just wasn't fucking laughing, and Akash just goes in him because he's just like, dude, like why are you even here?
he
You're
goes in
not
him, like he fucks him.
no.
like, crowd work.
Like,
dumbass.
but like it's like he really meant the shit that he was saying because he was fucking pissed, but it was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Like the shit he was saying was so good because the guy just like wasn't like you could just
receptive.
he just
Yeah.
wasn't laughing at anything, and like that's fine if you go to a comedy show and you don't laugh, like that sucks. I've worked at the Improv for a couple months now, and I've seen very funny comics go on stage, tell some of the funniest shit I've ever heard, and people are just not laughing. And I'm like, how are you not keeled over in the fetal position laughing? I don't know.
I think people actually don't have an like. Why would you go if
That's
you're
what I
not
don't
trying to
go.
laugh?
Exactly.
Why?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then you're just ruining it for everyone else, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you're going to a movie and you don't want to watch it, why ruin it
Right.
for everyone else?
Yeah.
I don't mean to like keep it like on a serious note, but I mean sometimes we can get serious. We're grown men, dude.
Very serious.
Cock. No, I'm just kidding.
Serious
I had to say something. Like, as someone who tries to be conscious of like the world around me, people are just so fucking offended by everything today, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm someone who's like, yeah, like if someone did some horrible shit in the past, like, yeah, cancel the fuck out of them. Like obviously depends on what people did, but
Mhm.
there's some shit that should be uncovered and should
Mhm.
prevent
Yeah.
people from being able to have a livelihood of entertaining people.
Is there an
Like,
example that really grinds your gears?
I mean, any like sexual assault kind of stuff. Like,
I get you.
you
Yeah.
don't deserve money and fame. Like, if you're like
Yeah.
a horrible
Oh
person.
no, sorry. I meant like is there something common you hear that you just shake your head on like, dude?
No, it's more so like a general like, and I'm obviously this isn't the real world, but like on Twitter, for example, like people just, I don't understand how people live on the internet today. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just hate people on the internet. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of the dumbest shit that people get canceled for, like 10-year-old tweets, You know, the stuff like something that somebody said, like
Like if you said something in middle school, you
yeah,
shouldn't be
exactly. And
canceled.
someone's like, "Oh, this actor
yeah.
said this word when they were 15." It's like, "Oh my god, okay,
Yeah.
like,
whatever."
and I don't know if I'm being bold, but I'll use this as an example. Like if you said like the F word, like
Yeah.
as a middle schooler, like I'm sorry, like at the FA word.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I get you.
The one
Like,
that- yeah.
You like that you were a child, like
Yeah, you
And we were stupid fucking kids.
Yeah.
might I add.
so
So
yeah.
Yup.
I said
I
some
was in-
horrible shit back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think we all have. I mean, everybody on the face of the earth here has said horrible things to their friends because just to get a laugh out of them. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Mhm.
All the
I
time.
used to say to people on Rocket League that I was gonna fuck their grandma.
Well, I
No, we used, to
Dude.
say, we used to say go fuck a goat on Rocket League.
bro, I was
Go fuck a.
I was
goat,
15.
Jesus.
We were playing Call of Duty, and I told someone I'm gonna peel your mom's skin and wear it to their birthday
Oh my
party.
God, Eddie,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Too far, dude. We're canceling him.
Oh.
We're canceling him.
We're canceling Eddie. Rip.
I
No.
was nerd raging.
No, yeah.
It's just I mean in general though, people are gonna have to adapt to like the world. Some shit that changes is good. Some shit that changes
Yeah,
is
there
bad.
definitely needs to be change for sure. But
I saw somebody tweet this last week or something, and they said something along the lines of like, "I can't believe a whole generation that grew up on
Oh.
South Park is as soft as we are now."
no, it's 100% true.
Yeah.
It's like the most
Yeah.
South Park has done and said some of the most like offensive shit. It's hilarious, but it's like some of the most fucked up shit and it's on TV.
yeah.
And we grew up on that shit. But
Uncensored.
now we're like, oh.
Well, okay. I think it's not our generation that thinks things are offensive. It's the generation
Generation
below
Z.
us.
Yeah, Gen Z is like
They
pretty
think they
crazy.
think that. But then also they're the ones that are going to be the future, and they're the ones that are sparking all these changes that are kind of changing the culture a little bit. So
In a good way, though.
in a way, it's good. But then there are some things where they're just like, oh, this episode of Friends is problematic. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You
dude?
weren't even born.
I know
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you don't
like a great example of what I'm talking about. Like, I'm
Ugh.
sorry,
Exactly.
Friends isn't offensive, dude.
like
Yeah.
like there are some
I
things.
just started it, by the way. I've never watched Friends.
There are some jokes in Friends that probably wouldn't pass now, but then people are like, "Oh, let's cancel Superbad." What? Cancel fucking Step Brothers? It's like I'm just like, dude. Okay.
People have got to understand, and I'm gonna use a big word, the zeitgeist of society.
What's that mean?
Look at you. You're smart.
Zeitgeist.
I'm
The
not-
zeitgeist
what's
of
that mean?
society was just simply different
Well,
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago.
Ryan
Yeah.
doesn't know what that means.
The overall sense of feeling and like easy way to put it, the vibe of like what's acceptable. Like
What's the word? Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist, yeah.
Z-E-I-T-G-E-I-S.
Sound like you'd be on like a vegetable platter or something.
That does
can
sound
I
like-
can I get a zeitgeist?
Yeah, deep fried zeitgeist.
Yeah, I'll have one zeitgeist.
That's so good.
but things change. Like
Yeah.
some
Oh,
of
yeah.
the shit we said 15 years ago,
No.
and I'm not saying it was okay, but it at the time was more acceptable. Like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. People were trying to go after him because he played that role in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and didn't Jamie Foxx like call him and was like, "Dude, you're fucking hilarious."
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
he said it was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious and said it was
Yeah.
super fun.
I think that's more of a what's the word?
it's satire.
Yes.
That could be argued that it's fucked up.
Yeah, but that's the point.
But the point of the movie is that it's fucked. Is that
Yeah,
it's fucked.
is
The
that
yeah,
characters,
the,
that's
the, yeah,
fucked
the
up.
point of the movie.
The
is
point
that
of the-
it's-
That's the intent.
Yeah, that's the
of the
intent of the
film.
movie.
yeah.
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 So we have anything else to say
Like-
about this or okay?
Like Robert Downey
That
Jr.
might fuck
wasn't
me.
doing blackface. His character was doing blackface.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, he's said in an interview, RDJ, where he
You're
called
such
it.
a nerd.
Huh?
RDJ.
Why am I a nerd?
Robert Downey Jr.
I call him that too.
Everyone calls
Yeah,
him
you guys
RDJ.
like Marvel.
Yeah, I feel like everybody that's
Oh my
People
God.
called him RDJ before Marvel.
No one who doesn't like Marvel
Whatever.
has ever called him.
You
RDJ.
don't know
We're
what the
not
fuck you're
going
talking
down this
about.
Yeah, it
road.
doesn't
You don't know
matter.
what the fuck you're
God,
talking
It doesn't matter. Robert Downey Jr.
He said in an interview, literally what you were touching on. He got the role. He read the script, and in the interview, he's like doing an impression of his mom, because he calls his mom. He's like, I got this part and this is what I'm doing. I forget what he says, but his mom is like, oh, Robert, I don't think this is a good idea. Because it's like, it's kind of sus of,
he
of a character.
He talks about it on when he was on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah. He like, I forget if he almost didn't take it or something.
I think he almost didn't take it. And I think that's why he called Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. And then he had, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, what were you going to say?
Do you have anything
Enough
else
of
you
this
want to say about
serious
it?
business.
You ready to pivot a little?
I'm ready to pivot, dude.
Seems like you want to pivot.
The Qatar World Cup.
Oh, you can't drink?
No. Okay,
No.
So, I mean, what did you look up?
You were saying look up their living quarters.
Oh, Fire Festival?
It is
Dude.
fire. Dude, even
Wait, what's the Qatar World Cup?
The
World Cup.
World Cup of the world.
The World Cup is in Qatar, and it's this like it starts today. Actually, the World Cup, first game of the World Cup starts.
Okay.
You know what the World Cup is, right?
Bro, come on.
Every
Even
4
I know
years.
that, and I don't care about
Sam
soccer.
knows what the fucking World Cup is. It's in
Or
Qatar,
football. Sorry.
and also too everything of it being behind Qatar. It was just a whole money thing with FIFA, and it was like a whole like it shouldn't be in Qatar, but there's a lot of money.
Like financially, it was in their interest.
No,
Where's Qatar?
in like
Iraq, I believe.
no, it's
Iran.
Qatar is its own country.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And let me
It's in the Middle East somewhere.
let me
Yeah, look. I think
I
it's
think
by.
it's got two T's.
I think it's by like
It's
Dubai.
one.
It's by
Oh.
it's by Dubai. I think.
It's by it's Qatar is a peninsular Arab country whose terrain comprises arid desert and a long Persian Gulf.
Dude, the World
shoreline.
Cup is at Dragonblight this year, dude. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
anyways, yeah. So it's in Qatar, which first of all, it's already like
yeah, it's its own country. My
they
bad.
like
I'm
they
sorry,
bought
guys.
it. They like bought into it. Like it shouldn't be there. And there's like nothing in Qatar. Other thing. So they built the stadiums over like the past 4 years. They've been building the stadiums in Qatar because it's been announced. Since
Is it
the
a
last-
nice stadium?
I don't know. The stadium
Okay.
they put more money, way more money into the stadiums than any of the living quarters or anything.
Oh Jesus!
There's so a bunch of like
This
workers
stadium looks
migrated
nice
to
as
there.
fuck.
So there's migrant workers helping construct the stadiums.
Uh-huh.
They're estimating at least 3,500 people died building these stadiums
Oh my
because
God.
of working conditions, because of how fucking hot it is in Qatar, and how like they just don't give a fuck about anybody in Qatar.
And-
Like it's like like women can't drive. You can't if you like are gay, you'll just get like stoned in the middle of the street
Yeah,
and shit like that. It's like one of those
that.
countries.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like they estimate about 3,500 people died just building the fucking stadiums on its own, just
Wow.
because like they weren't given breaks or water or like,
Yeah,
shit
just
like that.
Work until
There's
you
no
stop breathing.
there's no
Yeah.
fucking OSHA regulations of safety and shit like that there. They
Okay.
don't give a fuck about you. So that happened. Build the stadiums, and then literally, like, before I get in this part, so there's also too you can't. There's no you can't drink or buy alcohol or anything.
That's
there.
the first thing I read.
So now, but
Yeah.
now, so the
There's
only
like a
the
list of
only-
shit
Really
you can't
drinking
do.
though when you're performing in the Olympics or
It's
the World Cup?
it's not the players, it's the people that are going there.
The
World-
audience members.
The World Cup brings in
Oh.
thousands of people from all over the
I thought you were
fucking
saying
world.
like the players can't
Oh
get
my
fucked up.
God, dude.
I'm like, yeah, of course they're not gonna get fucked up.
No, the hundreds of thousands of people that are about to fucking go there.
and get plastered and,
and
watch
so-
their
so-
favorite teams in the world.
So they made it so you're now allowed to get beer, Budweiser only, because they're like sponsoring it. You're
Yeah.
only allowed to buy Budweiser in the stadium. Can't buy it anywhere else outside the stadium. It's only Budweiser you can buy.
Uh-huh.
And then their living quarters are literally in tents and shipping containers.
What's what it looks like is shipping containers.
No,
yeah.
it's what it fucking is shipping containers.
I'll pull up a picture of what it looks like on the pod here.
Dude, they showed pictures of the food. Then this was what's even more fucked. So all the like media outlets from like a bunch of different countries. I forget what country it was from. I want to say Denmark or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
They had like some journalists there, and they're doing some media coverage on it, and they're literally like covering like how fucked everything is. And
Yeah.
they're like filming it.
It looks
and
bad.
so some like government official, like it's not like a super government, some guy that's just doing I guess security or whatever for the World Cup like comes up to him and he tries to take the camera away from him, and he's like, you can't be filming this shit, because they know how fucked everything is there, so they're trying to not get media coverage of it. And then the journalist looks at him, he goes, you literally invited the entire world to come to your country and you're not going to let me film this?
And it got on camera?
Yeah, that's on camera. It's in like another fucking language, but that's what he said to the guy. He was like, because the guy was literally like, "We're gonna arrest you if you don't stop filming." And he's like, "You realized you invited the entire world to come to your country for this event, and now you're not gonna let anybody film it?" And then the guy just was like, oh, like, and he just had nothing to say back to him.
Yeah.
But he literally threatened putting him in prison, like taking him to jail.
Oh, it's the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the
That's
point.
what he's saying.
That's what I'm
That's the
saying.
point.
The country's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
It'd be like if the North Korea, except obviously not as crazy as North Korea, but this is I'm just giving an example.
He's giving an example.
If the North Korea had the World Cup, obviously nobody's even really allowed to go there. But if people were there, they had cameras. It'd be the same. They'd be like, no, like we're gonna fucking kill you. You can't be filming anything because that's how it is, even for journalists.
How did they broadcast the games?
Well, they're
Well,
No,
they are.
no.
No, they are. No, they are.
They are broadcasting the games. What Ryan is saying,
Just the media.
Well, no.
in this example,
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm just saying that like Qatar's trying to control what the media is putting out about
Yeah.
them
Oh.
yeah,
because they know how fucked up everything
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So the intent is to invite to this elegant World Cup without them knowing what's really
going. Yeah. What's really?
Yeah.
Which is dumb because everyone's gonna find out. They thought that they can keep all this shit
Literally
under
a
wraps
carbon copy of the Fire
of
Festival.
Firefest, essentially, kind of. But then also too, that's why I said they estimate about 3,500 people died.
I
building
will
the
say
stadiums
this.
because the 1 second. Sorry.
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
you're good. I'm
Only
sorry.
they estimated about 3,500 people died while building the stadiums because so
Good
many,
shit doing your research.
because
by the
so
way.
many of these
It's the most
deaths,
Ryan has ever
the
done.
country has been hiding. Like once these people die, since they're like immigrants and they're not like a lot of them aren't on record.
Yeah,
there's
they probably don't have any
There's
fucking-
probably way more than 3,500, and they're just actually hiding what the real number is. And so this is just an estimate based on like wherever they got their facts. So like it could be way more because it's like almost all the people working on it
I
were,
didn't
like,
even take that into consideration. It's probably like double, triple more. I hope
Yeah,
not.
I mean, yeah, who knows?
Probably.
Like, but yeah, like I said, so that's crazy. Living quarters is crazy. All that shit's crazy.
Yes,
What are you gonna say?
I will like these. If you if you guys actually look at what it looks like what it looks like on the outside, yeah, it looks like a fucking shipping container yard.
Yeah.
I will say, and this is probably not saying much, but the insides look kind of nice. It doesn't look bad.
There was some video of like there are the
Maybe it's like a
shipping
tier one
there,
shipping.
there
container.
are like the shipping containers, but then there are too. There's like tents and shit. Like those are probably like the nicer ones.
That's what I'm
there was a
saying.
guy
Yeah.
that got there, and his shit was literally in a fucking tent.
No, no, for sure.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
what I'm saying is
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
the
Launch
shipping
pads or
container hotel rooms.
No.
They don't look that bad.
Well, I mean, that's what's
Without
the
revealing
pictures
it
that I'm
where I
seeing.
work, my offices, they have like shipping container like shaped offices. It's kinda like
Yeah.
meeting rooms. Sorry, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But like that, if you could make it like artsy and cool, like that's
that's
dope.
different.
Like, but
Yeah.
but it's like people are staying there because there's no other hotels.
Like if
in
you could,
fucking
if
Qatar.
you,
No
if you
one's
could
going
make something
there.
that normally looks like caca and make it look fire, that's different.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's just like Burning Man.
kinda. But that's the thing is this event. You see, like hundreds of thousands of people are gonna be going to the world because there's.
Wait, what
four-
about the players? Are
What?
they in like nice rooms and shit?
I don't know.
When you were first
I-
saying this, I thought you were saying like the players are intense. I was
I,
like,
no,
well, I think
no,
I
no.
think the players are in these
I mean,
accommodations
They
too.
probably
Probably
get
in, like,
some, they probably get
nice-ass
something a little. Yeah.
hotels
I mean,
and shit,
I really
dude.
don't know. I didn't read into that. I'm sure.
Yeah,
that
because
they're
this is
getting-
saying this is where the fans are lodging. Or
Yeah,
in
the
these.
audience.
Yeah.
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 As far I can look up about the
Mhm,
players.
is USA winning the World Cup?
No.
No,
Do we make it?
never. Do.
Yeah, we made it.
Didn't we not make it last time?
No, we make it usually every year. We just don't go far in it.
No, we're winning this year.
I mean, Canada made it. You know.
Oh, we're winning this year 100%.
No, we're not. We're not winning this year.
We're
Hey,
getting- we're
mark
getting-
my words.
We're getting clapped, dude.
Let's make a bet.
What do you want to bet?
If USA wins the World Cup, you give me $1,000.
What about when they lose?
Yeah.
If they lose, I give you $20.
Okay, I'll take that bet all fucking day.
This is documented.
Uh-huh.
Dang, you
It
really
looks
gonna
like
have to give me
it looks like where the
$1,000?
players are staying is like the places they're staying
Let me
are
put it this way.
nice as fuck.
Of course,
England is
dude.
in USA's
Multi-contract professional football players, they're
Dudes are
getting the
pussies
work.
over there.
dude.
Wait, what did I miss?
Yeah.
He was like, "You really bet that?" And I'm like, "Let me put it this way: England is in USA's World Cup bracket. Like they're that's like their second game
They're
is
fucking
against
trash.
England." And he's just like, "England's trash."
You guys are ass.
Yeah, just we're like the biggest
Jesus.
You don't
soccer
know,
league.
you don't know
is.
how to play soccer,
Yeah,
okay?
you guys play
Oh,
football.
I really don't think you should say
You're-
this.
you guys
What? We just talked about the intent. We're joking.
all right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Canceled.
Nah, fuck England and everything they stand for. Imagine. We're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Dumbass,
yeah,
dude.
we're kidding. But anyways, yeah. So that shit's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for sharing.
Should we
Kudos
go?
to doing your research, by
Yeah,
the way.
dude.
Yeah, dude, you did it a lot. Feels like
Good
you did a lot
shit.
Fly out to
dude.
Qatar.
You know what though?
and-
I read like one article and watched like 2 videos. That was about it. But
Hey,
there's a
research
lot
is
of
research, homie.
it was. I mean, it was enough to like get a lot of info.
Be proud of yourself
I
because
felt
I've never looked up
smarter
a single
listening to
article.
you.
I dude, okay. I have a question for all of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, when someone says like I did my own research, like what would you constitute being like enough research on a subject to feel like you feel like, okay, I read up on this subject enough in order to that I feel like I can talk about this confidently. About how much would you say like
I'm not going to answer that because
Give us a topic.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can you say the question again?
my question is like, you know
What is defined in your words?
Enough research.
Doing research.
or what is that? What you mean? Like, what is defined as doing enough?
yeah,
Or,
like,
having enough research to
yeah,
speak on a subject.
to speak on
adequately.
any subject, really, you know.
Well, usually when people go like, "Oh, like I've done my own research," the first thing that goes into my head, I'm like, from what sources? Because especially if it's like political shit, and I don't like talking about political shit, and I'm not gonna. So I'm not gonna dive.
And we're
deep
not
on it.
going to.
And it's just for an example is when anybody's like, oh, it's like, well, because especially with how Google's fucking algorithm works, it knows already what you're into and what you like. So no matter what you search, it's only gonna give you articles or like any information that it that it knows you're gonna want to read because it wants you
Based
to just
on your
keep,
cookies.
Yeah, it wants you to
Okay,
just
okay.
keep reading. So whatever you search and find, it's gonna be based off of what it already knows about you and what you believe. So all the things you search for, it's gonna be completely different than what I search. Like if we typed in the same thing on our computers, what comes up for you and what comes up for me is different.
Okay.
Like, and so it's like whenever someone's like, oh, I did my research, I'm like, oh, you did your research on the machine that's only gonna give you information based on your side of. But this is pertaining for politics.
No,
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Here's the
absolutely.
thing. If the subject is like, hey, what's the best kind of cheese for you?
Yeah.
Then
Oh
you
my
then
God,
you
okay.
can look up a couple articles and speak on it.
Yeah.
If it's like, give us your thoughts on the globalization of the entire world and America's domestic and international policies as far
Sure.
as exports and imports, and you need to do some research, dude. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
But then so we have Google, we have
Mhm.
YouTube, we have literally almost any fucking social media
Mhm.
website now
Mhm.
has ways to find news and articles and all that type of shit.
Mm.
Why is it that people then are like, whoa, you just looked up a couple YouTube videos for research, quote unquote? It's like, well, that's a place you can go to find
depends
out things.
who's making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
of
anybody
course.
can make a video on whatever they
Right,
want.
but like I feel like we're not stupid enough to be like, hey, let's go to junior high Hotbox for our fucking political fucking, you know what I mean? I think people know not
Yeah.
to go to some fucking Joe Schmo. But that's another thing is that people are saying, no, you should listen to some random Joe Schmo on the internet because they've done their fucking research because they're not paid
I
off
think
by all
that's a
these
problem.
corporations.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Because they're like, oh, but this guy's like not CNN or that guy's not Fox News or that guy's not this or that. So that's what I mean.
I think it's hard for me to it's not like I'm not the type of person where it's like can't believe everything. It's like, okay, you can believe some stuff, that's fine. But
Yeah.
also too, it's like I appreciate more. It's like when somebody's like, "This is fact. I did my research." It makes me quite. I'm like, eh. But if it's somebody just on YouTube like, saying like, "Here's my opinion on this," I
Yeah.
appreciate that more.
Yeah,
Like-
of course.
Like Hassan and shit. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't go, "This here is fact." It's like he just shares his opinion on what these things are, and he's like, "This is my views,
But-
and this is like, it's like I
Right.
I know that's a little different than what we're saying,
But he does like if there are things that are deemed factual, he'll show his like. I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't do it on his Twitch stream like live, but like when he does his clips and stuff,
Yeah.
he'll show a source and it'll be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever the fuck.
if you have your sources, then you know what you're talking about, and if
Yeah.
they're peer reviewed,
Yeah.
right? Isn't
that's
that what it's
the word.
called?
Peer reviewed data.
Eddie, you look annoyed.
No, I just don't want to talk about research because I'm like on the opposite spectrum of it.
In what way?
What do you mean?
Like I know shit about stuff that isn't real that I could talk to like for like my definition of research is like years
Well, I
and years
mean-
and years and years and years of research.
Well,
Like
yeah,
like
of
for
course.
example the Dungeons and Dragons campaign
Okay.
that we played.
Yeah.
That's based on a script that I wrote that I'm still working on when I was 18 years old, and like that's like 6 years of like my life.
But that's
research.
something that you've created, so you are literally quite literally the
Well,
best. person.
Yeah, you're quite literally the-
But it's based off of research of the people who created certain things and certain stuff. But I get what you're saying. Like, if you're watching a video and reading a few articles, like, in essence, that's some research.
Yeah.
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 I'm not annoyed. I'm just mostly laughing at myself.
But with you, it's like, and I'm not saying this to invalidate you. That's more of like a creative, like
Sure, yeah,
story. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whereas if it's something like politics, we're not going to get into it. But like,
yeah.
you need to know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least like, you know, try to do as much
dude, it's actually
research as possible.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
I had some stuff that I wrote down that I was but
like, side note, dude, I know you can relate to this.
Mhm.
When I talk with someone who thinks they know Star Wars
Right.
and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about,
Yeah.
I want to walk into oncoming traffic. Like, it,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was a little radical.
Nerd
but-
shit is different. 'cause
Yeah.
it's-
yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say?
I do, but
dude, when people tell me that Survivor is the same as The Bachelor, I want to lose my mind, dude.
so me and Ryan.
Someone has said that?
No, there's no way.
no
When I-
fucking way.
When I explained Big Brother to someone, they were like, "Oh, I love reality TV. Like, I love like The Bachelorette." Like, I'm like,
Oh no.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's
Um,
funny.
A few things.
Yeah, Ryan.
First of all, I have a question for Eddie.
Back.
Yep.
What is Eddie adopted via wrong number?
Oh yeah, I'm so shocked I haven't told this story. I got if we find pictures on my phone, we'll throw it up. But basically, when I got this phone, it was owned by another person named Ryan. So like it's been pretty infrequent, but the first year I had this phone, I was getting calls and text messages on WhatsApp because like it syncs with the phone of like people that think I'm Ryan. Like phone calls, like I know so much about this person based on like what they signed up for. Like I get their Amazon packages, etc.
Like sent to your house?
No, like on like your tracking order X, Y,
Oh,
and Z. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Interesting.
Fast forward to the year I got this phone, Thanksgiving. They started a group chat and added me in it. And I was like, dude, this is getting.
I feel like I kind of remember this.
Yeah, I posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, but go on.
I was like, this is getting out of control. I got to do something. So I took a picture of myself, like as a joke, because like, maybe I'll go viral. I don't know.
"Oh yeah."
And I was like, hey, it's not Ryan, but thanks. And this like Thanksgiving family
Yeah.
thread. And they were like laughing about it. And they were like, oh yeah, well, you're part of the family now, blah, blah, blah. And if I find a text message, we'll throw it out.
Yeah.
And I'll blur out the names. Dude, this has been going on for, I want to say, 7 years.
Whoa.
Okay.
They called me yesterday. They
What?
called me yesterday.
Have you talked to these people on the phone before?
Twice yesterday. And it was
Thinking you
Like
were
thinking you were Ryan, or they knew that you.
they think I was Ryan.
Still. After you took
Still.
the picture?
And I picked up
Do
the
they
phone.
know Ryan?
Yes.
Oh, at this point, I would have just started going with it, dude.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh
So
my god.
we were getting our Christmas tree yesterday, and I picked up the phone, and fucking fiance thinks I'm like cheating on her now because on the phone she was next to me, and they said, "Hi, love, how are you?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. You have the wrong number. I've
That's
tried
so
to tell you guys a few times. I feel almost like bad now."
Yeah.
And
You should.
the person that called me was their mom.
Oh.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh,
Ryan's mom.
I'm so yeah, not yours."
Yeah, I know. Okay,
yeah.
I got that. Gotcha.
I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying to get a hold of my son Ryan, and I'm so sorry. Before they wanted to keep talking, and I was like, I gotta go. I'm buying a Christmas tree. Bye. 5 minutes later,
Uh-huh.
God.
the same number calls me,
Okay.
and fiance's look at me like, "Don't pick up that phone," and I'm just like. And she's like, the mom, "Hi, honey. I just wanted to check how you're doing." And I was like, "It's Eddie. I just talked to you a couple minutes ago. This is not Ryan." And I like heard her audibly like, "How do I change the number?"
You should have walked her
So
through
I'm like
changing it.
adopted by this family. I don't know where. I know they're based in
Dude, at
California.
that point, I would have been like,
What's the
fuck
area
it.
code? Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's- But Ryan, I know Ryan lives. We'll blur it out, right? Ryan
Doesn't
lives
matter.
in Los Angeles
Okay.
because based on the tracking orders I get, they're all based in like the city of
No.
LA.
Okay.
And I'm gonna backtrack. The first year that it happened, I reached out to the person who used to have my Ryan, because their number. This was the annoying part. Got synced with my Amazon stuff, so I wasn't getting any of my notifications. I was getting all of theirs. Their Amazon was getting all of my notifications because it was synced to
What
mine.
the
Wild.
fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So I didn't call him, but I texted this Ryan person. I was like, hey, FYI, I'm like the new person that has your number. Like, change your number. I'm getting like notifications of fucking everything that you're buying. And by the way, like all those appointments you set up, I get those calls too. So you might want to like
Change your fucking
FIO,
number.
figure it out, dude. And this was the last time I talked to them, like 6-7 years ago. Ryan was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, yeah, I'll definitely like change everything. I've had like 25 conversations with their entire family.
Nice.
You need to tell them like, hey, next time they call, go into all of your
I
accounts.
blocked their mom.
Damn, you blocked them all.
I feel bad, but I like at some
You should
point-
unblock her,
At-
dude.
at- okay, I'll
You
unblock
should
her.
You should FaceTime her right now.
Yeah, you should be like, hey, we're on.
No, we're not putting this woman on our podcast. She would hate us.
We would ask for consent first. That would be fucking hilarious.
You're gonna ask this
No,
old
no,
woman
we're
who
not.
doesn't even know that you're not her after 5 minutes of calling you. You're gonna bring her and say, "Hey, we have your consent to put you on our podcast." She's not gonna know what the fuck's going on. No,
It'd be kind of funny. though.
I'm all for do it for the fucking content, dude. I've painted my face green. I've fucking
Piccolo.
dyed my hair pink. I've
Piccolo,
fucking
that's
eaten
funny.
hot chips that kill you and shit. I don't.
They're just spicy as fuck.
That's not, if you've died from a hot chip,
But have you?
rest in peace. But you're kind of a bitch.
Nice.
Is that on the tombstone? Kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
I saw you write down. I was just talking about. I got my Christmas tree. Did you get your Christmas lights yet? Or
No, this is really random and dumb, but this is like I heard this on another podcast, and it was basically the idea is when is it the right time to start putting up Christmas lights? What do you guys think?
in my
The
opinion,
day after Thanksgiving.
the di-
Same here.
Spot
Facts.
on.
Same. Okay, we're all in agreement.
Spot.
I don't even
fucking
put Christmas
on,
lights
dude.
up, and I totally agree.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
exactly how my family does it too. Day after Christmas or day after Christmas. That's
So
fucking
what's
That's not effective.
what's your first reaction when you see Christmas lights in someone's house? February.
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yo, what you doing? No,
Be like, hey, come outside and beat them up.
Okay. Sure.
no. My thoughts when I see it, I'm like, they're either like college students or younger people that live in this
okay, that
house,
makes sense,
and
that
they're
makes
like, they
sense,
just
yeah.
are like, yo, we don't give a fuck. We're just gonna leave it up all year, and it's like,
They're
okay,
sick, dude.
Yeah.
Why take them off?
or they're old people and they either like are too old to take down their shit or they have dementia or some shit.
Yeah.
And they don't even know where they are or what day it is.
Or you're on the set of Stranger Things. Those are like the only
Mm,
that
acceptable.
too.
Yeah.
Speaking of old people not remembering shit,
Yeah.
when rest in peace, Carolyn. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they know Carolyn.
Yeah.
One time we got like groceries delivered on Instacart, and it said delivered, and then the groceries weren't there, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I ended up having him like resent or whatever the fuck. 2 days later, Carolyn knocks on my door, and is like, "Hey, did you order something?" And I'm like, "No." Like, she's like, "Are you sure? I just got a delivery of groceries." And went up on her porch. It was the order that was missing
GG.
on the porch still.
They were so they just were left there for 2 fucking days.
And she was like, "No, I went outside like 15 minutes ago and they weren't there."
Oh yeah, she's just old.
Poor thing. Rest
Shit.
in peace.
Rip.
I don't know what joke I was trying to aim for, but
Yeah.
she just didn't know they were there for 2 days and had not a good perception of time. So
Yeah.
now I don't know why I even
Terrible
brought it up.
punchline. Great memory of her.
Don't know why I even brought it up.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The thought was
Some
there.
shit my grandma would do.
Are you asking this question because like people already have their lights up and you're just like,
No,
dude,
I literally heard that people talk about it on a podcast.
Oh,
And then I was like, that is interesting. Because then I immediately thought what you guys said, because that's how it is in my family. Because they're talking about it, how like one of their buddies, whatever, already started putting them up or something, like
Yeah.
just like this past week or whatever. And then I was like, that is early. And I was like, in my family, we always do it the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so then I just was like, I wonder what you guys think, because that's what I think. And but you guys all said the same fucking thing. So
personally, I mean, my family always has done it. So like, but like,
it makes
if-
sense though. Too.
it does make sense. But if other people do it like November fucking 1st, I'm like, I don't care. Cause like I have buddies who like Halloween starts September 1st and goes through
Yeah.
October 31st.
Yeah.
And then
You
Christmas
You put
is
up Christmas lights before Thanksgiving. You deserve to be locked up.
what about other Christmas decorations that are not Christmas lights?
Like a
Longer
wreath?
sentence.
I think no, that's a good point. because-
Longer sentence.
Longer sentence, dude.
No.
Oh, I thought
no,
you
no,
were
hold on,
saying
hold on,
say a
hold on.
longer
Oh
sentence.
no,
I was
they
like,
should
no,
be
I thought
sentenced
that
to a
too.
longer crime.
Hang on. The only exception where something year round is acceptable that I can think of is a wreath on the door.
Okay. What about
A wreath in July?
I think Eddie has
No,
had
I
a
get it.
wreath
I
on
have
his
like
door.
I get
6 different wreaths.
so what about like shopping malls like already like
Yeah, they
have
got
like their
all
Christmas
shit
decorations up
Yeah.
now, and they already
Well,
have
that's
like the
just
ice
marketing.
skating
They should shut
rink
down
and-
the whole mall.
So I hung out with this girl on Friday night,
Okay.
and we were talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but
Okay.
she was a veterinary assistant at one point,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And actually, let me back up. Remember how I told you guys how I went on like a date with that one girl a long time ago, and like I made that fucked up joke about,
Yeah.
and then
Yes, I
yeah,
do.
yeah, and so-
Beheading joke.
yes, and then
One of
so-
the most classics
The
of all
what?
time.
it does stem from a Louis C.K. bit, but I made it not. It's not. It's. I bet you didn't hear about. Didn't we talk about this on the podcast?
Just
The beheading
give Billy
shit, yeah.
the 10 second.
the
Basically, I went out. This was a while back. I went out with this girl, and like, again, we were at some bar and whatever, and like she was drinking like whatever. She's like a fucking
Yeah.
vodka cranberry, whatever, and I was drinking gin and tonic, and we're drinking, we're having conversation, blah blah. Her straw falls out of her drink, falls on the ground,
okay.
and like. She was like, oh, my straw fell out. And like, I don't know. It was like the first time I was hanging out with this chick. I'm pulling anything out of my ass to try and get like a laugh or whatever.
Yeah.
So I take my straw out and I just purposely throw it on the ground. I was like, oh, fuck straws. You don't need them. My straw's on the ground too. Like, bleh, like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to try to make funny. Anyways, so then we're like, night goes on, whatever. We're talking and like, I'm making eye contact with her when I'm talking to her or whatever. And I go to take a sip of my drink, but I'm like still looking at her because she's fucking saying whatever dumb shit that's not important. Oh, my dog. And like, so I'm like looking at her and like,
Yeah.
she's like, so I go to take a sip of my drink, but I forget that I don't have
Oh,
a straw. So I'm like, so I do that. I do that whole fucking thing, Yeah. So I do that, and she just was like, saw me, and she like saw the moment where I was like, oh fuck, I don't have a straw, and she was like, she like laughed. She's like, oh, and said something along the lines of like, your face just looked like really dumb right there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yeah, and I was like, you know what other face is like a really dumb face, and she was like, what, and I'll just go, those beheading videos when they cut the guy's head off and then they. And then they hold his head up and his face just looks like kind of just dopey and stupid afterwards. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, that's like a really dumb face too. And she just goes, okay. And I could tell it just didn't hit at all. Didn't hit. And so I immediately down my gin and tonic and I just go, vodka cranberry, right? And she's like, yeah, please. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I just booked it to the bar, got another drink, and whatever. And then literally,
Jesus
I got home
Christ.
that night and she texted me. She's like, I don't think this is going to work out. And I was like, for sure. I almost,
You should have said, was it the beheading joke?
I didn't even reply to her, but like,
should've.
it didn't hit me till the next day. I should have texted her and been like, was it the beheading joke? Because that would have been funny.
Oh, that would have been so
Anyways.
fucking funny. Oh my
Anyways,
dear
back
God.
to this girl I was with on Friday. I like tell her that story because now that's like almost my thing to gauge like with,
Vibe.
like yeah, I'm like
The
if you think that this
Are
is
we
funny,
matching in humor?
yeah,
Are
if
we
you
matching
think this is
in-
funny,
yeah,
then
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, and so I tell her that thing, and she's like, "Oh, I can one up you," and I was like,
Here we
"What?"
go.
Oh boy.
I'd be-
Here we
beheaded someone.
fucking go.
Oh my God.
So-
Wait, what?
What is she
What?
like- Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let him speak.
So she used to be a veterinary assistant,
Shut the fuck up.
And she goes, I once held the head of a dog after it was taken off. I don't remember what I don't know why the dog's head wasn't on. I forgot about that part.
I mean, obviously she was studying. I get it, but
No, no, I don't even remember it. What the reason was. There's some reason, like it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't like they were like, well, it's got to go, I guess. Like it just like there was some reason that it wasn't attached to the dog anymore.
Oh my god,
It was like, fucked up. Yeah, it kind of ruined the vibe.
Some reason.
She for sure just decapitated the dog. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Oh
Did
my
you guys make out though?
god.
Immediately after that, I was like, it's so hot.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Well, thanks for that, Ryan.
Yeah, that was.
So we'll end it on that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a nice time to just remind
don't
you
forget
guys.
to like, comment, and subscribe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yep.
I was gonna say something really fucked up.
Do it.
Fucking
Nah,
say it at
we're-
this
we're on
point,
a roll.
dude.
Just go ahead and behead that like button.
Peace.